The Middle Eastern Women's Coalition launched its campaign on December 16, 2018, at the National Press Club in Washington, D.C. Today, they're making their presence felt all throughout the country.
My name is Ola Hawatma, and I am a member of the Middle Eastern Women's Coalition. And what is the purpose? To give all these other women with no voice a voice.
My name is Rabia Kazan. I'm a women's rights activist and best-selling author. I came to the United States only one reason: to share the voice of voiceless, ask for help. Because my last 13 years, I devote myself, save children and women from Islamists. I'm fighting against Sharia law. I am fighting against Islamic regime, and I'm stand for women's rights. And I'm fighting against child marriages, genital mutilation, Islamic dress code, violence against women, honor killing. And I need your help.
I was treated with disrespect, disregard. I was a second-class citizen. I wasn't allowed to look at men in the eyes. They were not allowed to look at me in the eyes. My father had to stand next to me at all times because he was afraid that I was going to get kidnapped. I was clueless to the fact that you couldn't go and play pool with people. So I would ask my cousins, let's go out and let's go play pool, or let's go to a coffee shop, or let's go to a bar. And they would just laugh at me because it's forbidden.
I saw it again when I had another friend who was Saudi, who came to the U.S. to try to escape the oppression of her family, and her family came here and beat her to near death. She had the scars to show it and the missing teeth to show it.
Okay, who am I marrying? Well, the guy that came to the house, that was like the engagement proposal.
These women are not heard. They were on the streets with acid thrown all over them with children.
No religion or culture has the right to kill or to harm a woman based on their perception of mortality for honor.
Child marriages, arranged marriages, these kids that are getting married and they can't do anything about it, there's no voice. Opinions don't matter. You're a female. Oh, really? Well, I'm in the United States of America. Who cares? You have to abide by the culture. Other females, do they not have a voice? Are they not human? No.
Are we going to be muzzled by the tyranny of political correctness? This is a crime that is inflicted on women and innocent little girls. What happened to the cry of our gender equality feminists? What happened to the pink hats symbolizing genitals? Why are they silent over the barbaric assault of genitals of little girls?
In the Middle Eastern culture, they're not human. They are second-class maids with no voice and no opinion. And they are not allowed to open their mouths. Whatever the family says goes.
So it really infuriates me when there's people here in this country who are from Brooklyn and like to wear the hijab and proudly say that Sharia law is the thing and the way and what we have to accept in this country.
Right.
When they have not even stepped foot in a country like Iran to understand what they're actually spewing.
But that night, we got word that one of the women had walked outside to put her laundry up, and her tabuta fell off, and she had looked at the neighbor and said hi, and the husband saw it. And he chopped her head off and threw it to the neighbor and said to the man, "You want my wife? Here she is." There's no law against this kind of thing.
We're more worried about if a woman's allowed to burn her bra in the street versus the women who are suffering, as you have seen them all here, and we're not defending the true victims in this country and globally.
Sharia creep is coming into our laws and our societies, and it's going to strangle one gender, the females.
We need to make a difference. We need to put a stop to this.
How many more of us have to die? How many more of us have to be raped before you take an action?
How can we help these women? We need to get the legislator to enforce the law that will end and ban this practice.
And we all have the responsibility to institute justice, to speak for those who cannot speak for themselves. I love that I'm allowed to do that as being an American. This is a fight that we need to fight arm in arm with our men. This is a fight that is a human fight for other humans.
We have to thank President Trump because in 2 years, finally, we getting help. Our voice getting heard.
Recently, downtown D.C., in a hotel lobby where Rabia Kazan was, Linda Sorsa walks in, and there's a very interesting dialogue between them. Linda Sorsa, by the way, is a Sharia law jihadi woman against the White House, against President Trump, and has declared jihad against him.
It's like, I mean, people don't know Sharia law is a crime. Sharia law is not a freedom. Because I live there, you know. You should fight for the little kids being raped every day in the Middle East.
Unfortunately, that's happening all around the world.
But that's
sister, you have to do that too.
I am doing
That's
it.
great. That's wonderful.
That's what I'm doing.
And I hope that when we stand up to those who oppress our communities, that Allah accepts from us that as a form of jihad, that we are struggling against tyrants and rulers, not only abroad in the Middle East or in the other side of the world, but here in these United States of America, where you have fascists and white supremacists and Islamophobes reigning in the White House.
Linda, let me ask you a question. Would you publicly renounce honor killing? Would you speak against genital mutilation in a strong way? Would you speak against child brides? When our American women who are feminist are fighting for freedom, and you're convincing them that Sharia law is good and they're falling for it. But it's all a lie, Linda, and we plan to expose your lies.
You want to make a difference? Join the Middle Eastern Women's Coalition.